Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. The 2025 Honda Rebel 300 returns as a gateway to cruiser culture, a compact and approachable machine built for riders who want a taste of freedom without intimidation. For new riders, urban commuters, or anyone looking for a lightweight cruiser with timeless style, the Rebel 300 continues to hold its ground. It may not roar with horsepower or blast down highways like its big brothers, but it's not meant to. What the Rebel 300 offers is a pure and accessible experience, the kind of bike that invites you to take the long way home just because you can. For this year, Honda has kept the Rebel's essence intact, while refining what needed refining. No gimmicks, no unnecessary frills, just a smart evolution of a beloved platform. And in the world of beginner and mid-range cruisers, that matters more than ever. The Rebel 300 is powered by a 286 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine, the same unit derived from the Honda CBR 300R. But tuned for smoother low-end torque delivery, making it ideal for stop-and-go city riding and relaxed backroad cruises. It produces around 27 horsepower and 19.9 lb-ft of torque, which doesn't sound earth-shattering on paper, but in the real world, it delivers punchy, usable performance. Mated to a 6-speed transmission, the bike is responsive and smooth, with crisp shifts and linear power delivery. The fuel injection is spot on, which makes throttle input predictable and rider-friendly, especially for beginners still getting used to throttle finesse. For 2025, Honda has made minor adjustments to the ECU mapping, optimizing fuel efficiency and giving the engine a slightly more refined feel at cruising speeds. It's not drastic, but if you've ridden a Rebel 300 from previous years, you'll notice the difference in how smoothly it handles mid-range RPMs. At idle, it's quiet and composed. Twist the throttle, and it hums rather than howls, a character that suits the bike's personality. It's not a machine designed to challenge your limits, it's one built to get you comfortable on two wheels, and maybe even fall in love with the journey along the way. One of the most appealing aspects of the Rebel 300 remains its low seat height, which comes in at just 27.2 inches. For riders of all sizes, particularly shorter or newer riders, this makes a world of difference. Flat-footing the bike at stops builds confidence, and the narrow frame makes it easy to swing a leg over. Combined with the bike's 364-pound curb weight, you get a motorcycle that's incredibly manageable, especially in parking lots or tight U-turns. It's one of the lightest cruisers in its class, and that lightness translates directly to ease of use. The chassis, a steel trellis frame paired with 41mm front forks and dual rear shocks, strikes a good balance between comfort and responsiveness. While it doesn't soak up road imperfections like a touring bike, it's surprisingly composed over city potholes and uneven pavement. The suspension travel is on the modest side, but the damping feels more refined for 2025, just enough to give it a slightly more planted feel in corners without sacrificing comfort. The 16-inch wheels wrapped in fat Dunlop tires add to that confident, grounded ride quality, whether you're darting through traffic or casually rolling along a seaside boulevard. Braking duties are handled by a single 296mm disc up front and a 240mm disc at the rear, both with optional ABS. The braking feel is progressive and well-modulated, not overly aggressive, which is ideal for newer riders, but strong enough to inspire confidence. The front lever feels particularly smooth this year, likely thanks to slight updates in caliper response. It's another one of those subtle refinements that make the 2025 model feel that much more mature. When it comes to design, the Rebel 300 continues to strike an impressive pose. Honda has kept the bike's minimalist, blacked-out aesthetic, which borrows elements from bobbers and cafe racers, creating a style that feels both vintage and contemporary. The fuel tank, now with slightly sharper creases, is a signature design cue that adds to the bike's edgy profile. It's still a 2.96-gallon tank, good for a real-world range of about 180 miles or more, thanks to the fuel-sipping efficiency of the engine. The matte and gloss paint options available for 2025, including pearl smoke gray, matte black metallic, and a new deep sapphire blue, add personality without overwhelming the bike's understated design. The LED lighting all around, including the round headlamp, turn signals, and minimalist taillight, give it a premium feel. The cluster is still a compact, negative LCD display that shows speed, gear position, fuel level, and time. It's simple, but readable in all lighting conditions. Don't expect TFT screens or smartphone connectivity, that's not what this bike is about. The Rebel 300 keeps things analog in spirit, even if it's using digital tools under the hood. Comfort-wise, the saddle has seen a small improvement in padding for 2025. Long rides are still not the Rebel 300's primary strength, but for city commuting and short weekend rides, the new seat provides better support. The rider triangle is relaxed, foot pegs are slightly forward, and handlebars are within easy reach, giving that laid-back cruiser feel without feeling like a stretched-out chopper. Add in Honda's signature attention to fit and finish, and you've got a bike that feels solid, refined, and more expensive than it really is. Speaking of price, the 2025 Honda Rebel 300 remains one of the most affordable cruisers on the market. With a base MSRP of around $4,950 for the non-ABS version and just over $5,250 for the ABS-equipped variant, it's a phenomenal value proposition. You're getting Honda's legendary reliability, a platform that's forgiving and fun, and a bike that holds its resale value remarkably well. Insurance costs are typically low, maintenance is simple, and the fuel economy, averaging around 78 miles per gallon, keeps ownership costs down. For many first-time buyers, this might be the most economical entry point into motorcycling, period. There are endless aftermarket options, from bobber seats and mini-ape handlebars to custom exhausts and fender deletes. Honda even offers a range of official accessories, including saddlebags, rear racks, and a windscreen for those who want to tour in style. If you're looking to personalize your ride, the Rebel 300 is a blank canvas. And that's really what this bike is, a canvas for freedom. It doesn't try to be everything to everyone, and that's its charm. It knows its place, a gateway cruiser, built for learning, commuting, customizing, and enjoying. It doesn't shout, it doesn't rush, but it does deliver. It's about the ride, not the rush. Whether you're weaving through downtown traffic or cruising along a lazy Sunday highway, the Rebel 300 reminds you why motorcycles feel so good. That intimate connection between rider and machine, that lightness and balance, that hum of a perfectly tuned single-cylinder engine under your seat, it's all here. At the end of the day, the 2025 Honda Rebel 300 might not break speed records or make jaws drop at the track, but it wins hearts in its own quiet, confident way. It's the kind of bike that brings new riders into the fold and keeps them riding, season after season. It's for those who crave simplicity, reliability, and style, without the steep learning curve or budget-breaking cost. And in an increasingly complex world of electronics and rider aids, sometimes, going back to basics, with a touch of modern refinement, is the most refreshing ride of all. That wraps up our deep dive on the 2025 Honda Rebel 300. If you're looking for a bike that brings together ease of use, clean styling, and the reliability of the Honda badge, then this little cruiser might just be calling your name. Let us know in the comments what you think of the Rebel 300. Would you make this your first bike, or maybe your everyday city runabout? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss another review. Thanks for riding with us here at Bike Culture Hub, where two wheels meet the road, and every ride tells a story. Ride safe, and we'll see you in the next one.